The person who invented jumping mines is really vicious, and it is called men's nightmare. Ordinary mines, due to ground restrictions, a considerable portion of the power is wasted, while jumping mines, as long as a touch, it can fly up directly on the human body to produce fatal injuries to the vitals. The power is far more than ordinary mines. Jumping mines are mainly composed of two parts, the fuse and the body. There are 3 pressure-sensing forks on the head of the fuse, and inside are the firing pin and spring used for detonation. The firing pin is firmly stuck by the release pin, and once an enemy steps on the pressure-sensing forks, the downward force will drive the wedge rod to push the release pin away, and the freed firing pin will directly hit the primer. At this time, the delayed charge is ignited, so the moment you step on the jump mine will not explode. But the propellant charge is ignited. The mine body will immediately break away from the shell and fly up in the air, and the energy is transmitted to both sides of the detonator to detonate the main charge. Huge pressure gathers in the body of the mine, and eventually the broken pieces of the body quickly spread out in all directions. At this time, the huge power will destroy all the surrounding forces within a 30-meter radius of the personnel are not dead but also disabled. And jump mines are usually exploded at the waistline, that part of the natural target, and therefore become the shadow of many soldiers. Jumping mines can also be triggered by a tripwire. The tripwire is tied to the release pin. The enemy touches the tripwire at the same time will pull the release pin out, the released firing pin directly into the primer, and ultimately the enemy will also be blown to pieces. Since the tripwire is so horrible, it must be insured for safe transportation. One end of the safety is tethered to the firing pin so that it can't be depressed, and the other end is tethered to the release pin so that it can't be pulled out, and only then can this demon be subdued.